Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I will be showing you some Lego custom figures that I picked up in the last couple of weeks. Some of them from my little trip to the seaside and some of them from my usual supplier. We'll start off with the child from The Mandalorian. This is a slightly different variation of it. It's not probably Lego, they haven't made this, someone has moulded this by the looks of it. So basically it's a Yoda. Someone's taken a custom Yoda and turned him into the child from The Mandalorian. It comes with his little cup. The arms don't move on it, the arms don't move. There's not a lot of articulation in it, but it does look kind of cool, and it is from The Mandalorian, so it's not in scale or anything, so, but overall looks quite cool. So that's the first one. We'll put the child slash baby Yoda. I haven't actually seen Mandalorian season 2 yet, so I'm not sure if anyone actually knows whether that is the you want Yoda's son or not. So that is actually implied at some point. So next we have Baron Zemo from the Marvel storyline where Hydra took over, where basically Captain America turned bad, and this is the Baron Zemo figure that they made. This is a Baron Zemo figure from it. Lego haven't officially released this. This is a custom, but it's a very nice custom. It is Baron Zemo. Baron Zemo's got his mask on, which is like a balaclava, which could be used for beachhead for G.I. Joe as well. Another reference, another pop culture reference there. He has the Hydra logo on his back, which is the octopus. That's the Hydra are like the bad guys. I like one of the main bad guys in. I like the main bad guys. They are an offshoot of the Nazi organisation from World War II, but they Marvel, because they're now owned by Disney, they have to say, well, they're an offshoot from Hydra, were like the bad guys in World War II. So that's Disney for you. So, but Marvel, basically, just Google Hydra and Marvel, and you can find out more. They're basically a terrorist organisation trying to take over the world. And I think it was Secret Empire now, thinking about it. It is quite a good read. Captain America turns bad and all the heroes have to fight to get him back. It's the usual way they do it, but overall this is quite a good figure because he's got his sword. Baron Zemo likes to fight with a sword, and he's got quite a nice costume, all in black commando gear, and his purple balaclava. So overall quite a nice figure. Next we have Odin, All-Father Odin, or Odin, which is from the Thor movies. This is a very Iron Man-esque body, but they have modified it to be quite Nordic and Asgardian. And so this is the figure. I picked this up because I had to get 3, and this was possibly one of the only cool ones I could see. He's lost his eye in this one, which means which I believe he got in battle. So that's his armour. That's his armour there. There's some nice detailing on the back on this as well, like so. So that's the rest of his Asgardian armour. He has some detailing on the arms as well, which is quite nice. I'm not sure if Lego have released this figure, but I personally quite liked it, and I thought it would go quite nicely with my collection of Marvel figures. So it's always nice to have quite a few of them. So if you want to set up like a battle scene or something like that, or do a stop motion thing like one or two of my subscribers do. I haven't got the patience to do that at the moment, or patience all the time to do it at the moment, but lots of people do, and these figures are very handy for doing that because Lego don't make them all yet, but I believe they will at some point. Got three more figures in here. First of all, we have, I believe this figure to be Spawn, which was a character created by Todd McFarlane, who wrote Spider-Man in the 80s and in the 90s. He took over the writing of the Spider-Man comic in the 90s. This is Spawn. It's like a cross between the Ghost Rider and Venom, basically, from the Marvel Universe. That's the best way I can find to describe him. He's got a very death-like appearance. I personally, when I picked this figure up, I thought it does look quite cool. I personally thought it could also be the Destroyer from the Marvel Universe, or maybe it possibly could be like a Venomized Punisher, which would be quite a cool figure. I'll just show you what I mean. See, it's got the skull, it's got all in black, and it's got the black cape, which means Punisher would never have a cape. He would never have a cape, it's too impractical. Well, apart from when he became Sorcerer Suit, he got the Doctor Strange's cape in What If issue, but that's another story for another day. And you can Google that one, and it's quite a good story where all Marvel Universe become vampires, and the Punisher becomes the saviour of the world because he has to use a cape, because he gets Doctor Strange's cape and he makes magic weapons, which is rather cool, really. So, but that was a What If story. So, right. So basically, this is Spawn, which was done by Image Comics back in the day. The character is still around. I think they made a TV series or film about it at some point, but I think it was on one of the obscure channels, and there's only so many hours in a day to watch stuff. So there we go. That's the Spawn figure. I'll show you the arms as well, because they are quite cool. There's some nice detailing on the arms as well. The head is really cool. I personally quite like that figure, and I might just turn into a Venomized Punisher. So let's give it some guns. Happy days. Next, we have some Masters of the Universe figures here. The first one we have is Man-E-Faces, which, or is it I think it might be Triclops. I think it's Man-E-Faces or Triclops. I think it's Triclops, actually. So I do stand corrected on this. I think Triclops had 3 eyes and a green helmet. I might be wrong on this character looking at it now, but this is the character. But it's quite a cool figure anyway, so whoever it is, I will be correcting it for my write-up on this video, but I do think it's quite a cool figure with the armour, the sword, and basically the figure and the shorts. Basically, He-Man, back in the 80s, there was a He-Man cartoon which was essentially used to actually, I'll show you the back first. There's the back, there's the front, not much on the side. He has that helmet as well. So basically, He-Man was a cartoon supposedly about a Conan type character who turns into a prince of the, who goes around as a prince of the realm. Prince of the realm finds a magic sword. He becomes He-Man, and He-Man is the champion of everything. He's a magic sword that does everything. That is cool. He has a battle cat, and it's like medieval. It's like cross between medieval and science. In a world where medieval and science technology worked together. Basically, it's a bit of fun, and there's always a message at the end. So it was a good bit of fun to watch. So if you do fancy watching it or re-watching it, I would highly recommend it, because it just was a really good fun thing to watch. And speaking of He-Man, we have a Teela figure. Teela was Man-at-Arms' daughter. I'll show you the figure first before I get too much in the history. So, some nice detailing on there. Headpiece Teela had a snake headpiece for her armour. So they've done the figure quite nicely, so you can tell it's female. The armour goes over the top there, I think the armour was, if you watch the TV series, the armour was slightly better designed, but seeing as no one's actually made He-Man, to the best of my knowledge, no one's actually picked up the license for making like He-Man Lego compatible stuff yet. One would hope Lego, I would hope Lego or someone would, but I would hope Lego would, because you get good quality figures with Lego. The other figures do tend to be a bit on the slightly dubious side in my opinion, but if they can make the figures the same way, because they managed to make the bricks the same way, but I think that's how they save their money and avoid lawsuits with Lego as well. I think Lego may have copyrighted their figures at some point. So again, this is quite a good figure because it's got some nice bands on the arm there, some nice detailing. It's got her like leotard type outfit as they all seem to wear in the 80s. So mind you, if you're in battle, the last thing you want is something inhibiting your ability to move. So again, this is quite a cool figure. Right. I hope you liked this video, and which one of these was your favourite, and which figures would you like me to actually showcase on my channel? Because I will try my best to find them. And so if you'd like to leave any comments or feedback, like which one's your favourite, which one's not your favourite, or whether you think the quality, what you think of custom Lego figures or anything like that, please feel free to leave comments. I'd like to thank my regular subscribers, Moose Tracks, Blocky Talkie, Jerry Builds Bricks, and all my other regulars. And I also like to thank my regular Instagram followers and the people who actually support me on all the channels. Your support is very much appreciated. And thank you for watching. Stay safe, keep building, and I hope very much to see you on my next video. Thank you very much.